Welcome back, students. We are learning C programming language, which is the first year computer science subject. So in C programming we are learning many concepts. Now we are at the point of arrays. So arrays are nothing but collection of homogeneous elements. Homogeneous are nothing but all the similar kind of elements at one place. So we call array as a derived data type because we can collect all the integers or all the characters or all the floats at one place. So we are learning the derived data types. So arrays are of different types: one dimensional, two dimensional and three dimensional or n dimensional arrays. So we have seen in the last video lesson how to declare and how to initialize one dimensional and two dimensional arrays. So in today's video lesson I would like to explain matrix addition as well as matrix multiplication using C program. These are the two important programs which are very much necessary for your university examination. Okay, so what is the matrix? Matrix is the two-dimensional array. Matrix can be shown using two-dimensional array. So how we will write the 2D array? 2D array can be written as type. Suppose if I have integer, I will write A with 2 is my row size, 3 is my column size. Like this I can write a two-dimensional array. Using this, so this is like matrix A with 2 by 3. So the size of the matrix is shown here. So with this I can write matrix addition as well as matrix multiplication programs. So now we will see the matrix addition program. Then we will continue with matrix multiplication. So as usual we will make it as two parts. As usual we start with hash include stdio dot h including standard input output header file, hash include conio console input output header file, and we start with our main function void main integer. I am using two arrays. So just I am taking addition of 2 by 3 matrices. Just for an example I am taking 2 by 3 matrix. So a first matrix A of 2 by 3 and a second matrix B of 2 by 3 and C of 2 by 3 because I want to store my value, I mean the addition of A and B into C. So I have declared A matrix, B matrix and C matrix. Then integer I comma j. These two variables are used for looping. So first, so I know the size. So first what I do, I will write, I want to read the values for first matrix. So comment read first matrix values. Hope you know what is the need of matrix comment. So printf enter first matrix values. Right? So this displays onto the screen. So after that I have to take a loop for I equals to 0, I less than up to where 2 because it takes only I equals to 0 and I equals to 1. So less than 2 it will take. Then I plus plus. Next for j equals to 0, j less than 3. Only it reads j is j0, j1, j2. No, it does not go up to 3. So j less than 3. So j plus plus. So here I will scan my values. What are the values? All the values are integer type. So percentile D. And what is the value? Address of A of I, first loop variable, then followed by A of j. Close. So what I have done up to here, this is to read first matrix. Right? Same way I have to write for reading second matrix. Read second matrix. So printf enter second matrix values. So here I have to read all the 6 values because I am taking the second matrix as 2 by 3. So 2 rows, 3 columns. So 2 rows, 2 by 3. So total 6 values. So for I equals to 0, I less than 2, I plus plus I have to read. Then again for j equals to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. Until this, what I have to do? I have to scan. What I have to scan? %d address of bij. So with this, I have 2 matrices in my hand. So next what I need to do? I have to add. Add first and second matrix. So for this, what I will write? For I equals to 0, because for all the values I have to add the thing. So I equals to 0, I less than 2, I plus plus. This is the parenthesis. And for j equals to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. What I have to do? Cij is equivalent to aij plus bij. So this is done. This is done. So here what we need to learn is, so what here it is doing. You please just see how the values are reading. This part from here, enter the first matrix values. So from here to here, it is reading the first matrix values. From here to here, this part, it is reading the second matrix values. Anyhow, this is the comment line. So this is the second matrix, address of B. So I have A and B in my hand. So what I am doing next? I am adding first matrix as well as second matrix. So for I equals to 0. So you please just see here. I will just take out this because anyhow this is common for all the programs. You first see what I am doing. So for, suppose you take this 3 statements. For I equals to 0. Okay. You are performing j equals to 0 inside the loop, and you are performing j equals to 1 as well as you are performing j equals to 2. So that means for, if you have the matrix like this, A matrix. So at I equals to 0, you are doing for 0, you are doing j equals to 0, j1, j2. For I equals to 1, you are doing for j equals to 0, j1, j2. And do you have I value more? No. So how many times you are repeating the loop? 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. So this is same thing happening for reading the first matrix, reading the second matrix, as well as performing the addition of 2 matrix. So what you are doing here, C of 0, 0 will be performed as A of 0, 0 plus B of 0, 0. Hope you are understanding. Like this. So what you will do? Next, C0, 1, C0, 2. You will continue with C10, C12, C11, C12. So that 6 values you will be performing. Okay? So, in continuation of our program, finally printing the result. So, what we need to do? We have to print the result. So, print F sum of two matrices. Right? So, here again I have to write all the variables, right? For I equals to A00, A01, 02 and A10, A11, A12. So, all the numbers must be come here to display. So, for again I have to take the loop variables. For I equals to 0, I less than 2, I plus plus. For j equals to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. And I want to print the output. Printf, what is my output? Percentile D. Here I just want to write, I want to give the space. So here I am writing like this. Otherwise, we can write like this also. Here, inside the loop, take a new line, printf, because you want to show everything in a new line. So take a new line, percentile /n for new line. For j equals to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. And you are printing the output. So we write the printf function. So printf percentile D, and each and every element we would like to see our matrix like this: 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3. Right? That means each row in a different line and each column with different space. So for that I have taken a new line. I have taken a tab space between the numbers. Right? So here from where I will get this? Cij. My result is with Cij. So close. This is the closing of this for loop. And main. I have the main. I have opened the main also. So close the dead ch. This is the closing of my main. So this is the program actually. So let's see an example. Suppose if I read, I'll just write the output here. So when you run the program, it will ask enter first matrix values. So I will enter some 1, 2, 3 and again 1, 2, 3. So actually this will be shown as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? So this won't be shown on my screen. So this will be actually shown on my screen. Enter. Next. After entering, it asks for second matrix values. So I will again enter 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is for first row. This is for second row. So finally, what the result after reading these two values, sum of two matrices. I will get sum of two matrices. It will show 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 3 plus 3, 6. Same, 2, 4, 6. Because at the output I have taken new line as well as /t. So my sum of two matrices will be displayed like this. Okay, that means this is taken as A0, 0. Whereas this is taken as A01. This is taken as A02. I value from 0. So for I equals to 0, j value from 0, 1, 2. Okay, next this. My I value is incremented by 1. So I value is 1, j is 0. This is A with 1. I value is still 1. J is 1 and A 1, 2. Right, this is the reading of first matrix. Next, second matrix also. You can see here. B 0, 0. This is B 0, 1. This is B 0, 2. So what happened with these three lines? Three values are read with I value as 0, whereas J value is from 0, 1, 2. So for 0, the inner loop is repeated for 3 times, whereas this is also repeated for the second value when your I value is incremented by 1. So when I value became 1, so it will be B1, 0, B1, 1. This is B1, 2. So same way we are adding A00 with B00, A01 with B01, A02 with B02, A10 with B10, 11 with 11, 12 with 12. So that was our third set of steps. With those values, with the last step C00, C00, C01, C02, C10, C11, C12 are displayed onto the screen. This is the addition of matrices. Right, students? So, to save the time, I have written the example already. So, the next concept what today I want to explain is the program for matrix multiplication. Okay, so what is the multiplication? What do we do? So, we multiply the row with column. I think you remember in your 10th class. So, the number of elements from the row are multiplied with the number of elements in the column of second matrix. So, for that reason, what do you require? Suppose if you have m by n here, that means m is the number of rows and n is the number of columns. So, here suppose if you have a matrix like this, T by Q. So, you need to satisfy a equation like this. N should be equivalent to P. That means number of columns of first matrix must be equivalent to number of rows of second matrix. Suppose if I have a matrix like this 1 by 2. So what is the size? 1 by 2. Right? So what is my n value here? 2. So what should be my other matrix? 3 by 2. Because what is this size? 2 by 1. So here my P value is 2. So when n is equivalent to P, that means the column size, the number of columns in the first matrix is equivalent to number of rows of row size of second matrix. Then only the matrix multiplication will be possible. So this we have learnt already in the 10th class. So by taking the same principle, we will do the matrix multiplication here. So I have taken 2 by 2 matrix. So 2 columns, 2 rows here. So 2 by 2 equals to 2. No problem, I can multiply. So how I will multiply? 1 into 3 plus 2 into 2. So this will be my first element. Right? Which is nothing but Cij, C00. So how we will do? I will write the program. So first just see how the matrix multiplication will be done. So 1 into 3 plus 2 into 2. Next 1 into 2. That means still we are doing it with I equals to 0. So with 0 I am doing it with 2 into 3. So 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3. Right, next 3 into 3 plus 4 into 2. And 3 into 2 plus 4 into 3. So after solving this, 3 plus 4, 2 plus 3, 2 plus 6, 9 plus 8, 6 plus 12. This is my result. So this is normal matrix multiplication in mathematics. So how we have to do it in our C program, that we will see today. Okay. So for that also we have to read two matrices. So I will just first read the first matrix. Second, I will read the second matrix only when this condition becomes true. Because only when this condition becomes true, then only I can perform the matrix multiplication. Then I will start reading the second matrix. Then I will perform the matrix multiplication. Otherwise, just I will tell that the matrix multiplication is not possible to perform. Okay? Students, we'll just see matrix multiplication in C program. So how we will perform the addition we have seen in the last example. So here we will see how we will perform the multiplication using C program. So we start the normal programming, standard input output header file, hash includes standard input output header file, conio.h. So these two are common for all the programs. So in continuation with that, I have started void main, right? Inside that integer, I have taken three arrays again. So all the three arrays are A, B and C. So I want to multiply these two matrices and I want to store the result into third matrix. Okay. So for performing these multiplication on these two, and this is to store the result into third matrix. Okay. So next, these three matrices I have taken, and one more thing you have to see the difference. In last matrix I have taken it as 2 by 3, whereas here I have taken it as 10 by 10, 10 by 10, 10 by 10, because I will allow the numbers up to 10 by 10. That means any number of rows and columns up to 10 I am allowing here. Okay. So the maximum size I have given. It can take any values. It can take 2, 3 or 4 or any number up to 10. Okay. So for that reason I have taken it as 10 by 10. So I have taken some variables I and j and k. All the three are variables, loop variables. M and n for first matrix rows and columns. P and q for second matrix. And sum equals to 0 because we will perform the sum at the multiplication time. For that reason I have initialized my sum into 0. So these are the variables I have declared. So these two lines are indication of declaration to the C compiler. It indicates to the compiler that I have three matrices as well as I, j, k, m and n for first matrix rows and columns, p and q for second matrix rows and columns, sum for taking the sum. As it starts with 0, I can add any more numbers. Okay. So next, so coming here, enter rows and columns of first matrix. So I want to read the first rows numbers, rows and columns of first matrix. Right? First matrix, how many rows and columns I don't know. So for that reason I am reading here. So scanf, %d and %d, address of n and address of n. So it reads the values of rows and columns. So it tells the size of the first matrix. Right? After that, what I will do, so this is to read m comma n. These two lines. Next, what I am doing? I am reading first matrix. So how I am reading? So enter first matrix values. Suppose if you have taken 1 by 2 matrix, so how many values you will be having? 1 by 2 matrix means 1 by 2 matrix. So only one row and two columns. So 1 by 3 will be your matrix. Simple example I will write here. So only 1 by 3. 1 by 2 matrix. So only one row, two columns. So what is your m? Your m is 1. What is your n? 2. So read the value from 0 to 1. So you don't get 1 also, only 0. Here you will get 0 and 1. Right? So for I equals to 0 to m and for j equals to 0 to n, read aij. So what you will read here? I have taken only 1 by 3. So 1 by 2 matrix. So for I equals to 0, What was I have taken there? 3. So this is for reading the first matrix. Okay, hope you have understood this part. So let's move to the other part. So the other part I have told you. Next, I am writing it as enter the next line, enter the rows and columns of second matrix. Right? So I am entering it as 2 by 1. Right? What are those? P by Q. So what do you require? The number of columns of first matrix must be equal to number of rows of second matrix. So for that reason, you have to check whether n is equivalent to P. N is nothing but number of columns in the first matrix, whereas P is nothing but number of rows in the second matrix. So I have read P and Q, right? I have given it as 2 and 1, right? So here I am checking. 2 is not equivalent to 2. No, right? So it is not going into if loop, right? So it comes to else block, right? So here it is asking enter second matrix values. Enter the second matrix, right? Enter the second matrix because it is possible. You can perform the multiplication over here. So you can perform the multiplication means you can read the values for second matrix. So this 3 lines for reading second matrix values. So I will just write 3 by 2. So this is I0, I1, whereas j equals to only 0. So read the 2 matrices. Finish. I have 2 matrices 1, 3, 3, 2. Now I have to perform the multiplication. So I have to write the logic for multiplication. Let's see. So students, this is the code for multiplication of matrices. So here I will start my I value from 0 to m, j to q, because my m's are nothing but the number of rows, whereas my q's are nothing but the number of columns in the second matrix. Okay, and I will take another loop variable for the convenience to multiply in between. So that loop variable is up to p. What is the p? Because I have to do it for all these 3. Suppose if I have any more also. For that reason, I will take the p value also. Okay, so m, q, p. Based on this, I have a logic. So let's see. I am just tracing the matrix multiplication so that you can understand how it will go. Okay, so first step. So what is my m and n? M is 2, n is 2, and my p is 2, and q is 2, right? 2 by 2 matrix. For the previous, for reading I have just told it as 1 by 2 and 2 by 1, but for your understanding I have taken it as 2 by 2 matrix here. Okay, so let's see the same example. So for tracing, so for I equals to 0, j equals to 0, and your k value is also 0. So what you are doing, your sum equals to, your sum is already 0, right? Sum plus, for once I am writing it, ai k into b k j. Don't worry, after writing 2 and 3 numbers, you will be understanding why you have taken it as k and j. K are new variable. So a 0 0 plus b 0 0. Right? Your sum is already 0, so don't worry. So you must multiply this. So this is your first number, 1 into 3. So 3. Right? So after this, so here up to this, what you have done? For k equals to 0. Now what you have to do? For k equals to 1. still you are in this loop, right? So your sum will be, what is your sum already? 3 plus, what you have to do? I is 0 but your k is 1, multiplied by your k is 1 and your j is 0. So 3 plus, right? 3 plus 2 into 2. A, 0 and 1. 2 into, this is B, 1 and 0. 2. So 3 plus 4, which is equivalent to 7. Right? So after this, after your k value is incremented by 1, can you make it as more? No. Only for this 2 you can perform. So here, what after coming out from this loop, what you will do? Cij, which is nothing but C00 will be your 7, and you are making your sum equals to 0 again. So first term, this row with this column is done, right? Next, so after coming out, what happens? Your I value will be same 0 and your j value will be 1, and you have to perform for k equals to 0 as well as k equals to 1. So your sum will be 0 plus, again this into this. So 1 into 1, which is equivalent to 1, and your sum will be 1 plus 1 into 1 you have done 2 into 1. So 1 plus 2, which is equivalent to 3. So for j equals to 1. So that means your C01 will be 3. Hope you are understanding with me. Okay. Then for j equals to 0 and j equals to 1, you have done it. So for same thing, you have to do it for I equals to 1 and j equals to 0 as well as j equals to 1. For j equals to 0 also, you have to do it for j equals to k equals to 1 and k equals to 0. Here also you have to do it for k equals to 0 as well as k equals to 1. So like this you can perform your matrix multiplication. Okay, hope you have understood this. Let's see just how we can print the output onto the screen. So we are at the last part of matrix multiplication, that is printing an output. So output can be printed based on number of rows and number of columns of first matrix and second matrix. So same like how we will perform the operation, that means multiplication based on the number of rows. These are nothing but m's. Okay, these are nothing but the q's. So based on the m and q's, we will write the output. So we'll write Cij. Here we got the Cij, this value 7, and this is the Cij 3. So like this we can perform the output and we can print it out. This logic I have shown in the addition of matrix also. This is to make a space between the matrices, I mean the elements of the matrices. And after this, that means after performing each row, we are taking /n so that we can have it in a new line. So this is the close of for loop. This is for j, this is for I. Okay, this is for j and I, this is for j, this is for I, and this is the end of else. We are writing all this code in the else part and get ch close end of main. Let's see an output. Just we will write down the output. So our output will be enter rows, columns of first matrix. So I will enter 2 and 2. Okay. So this will be my m and n, right? So I will ask enter first matrix values. So I will enter the same values. I will enter 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 2. Always remember, like this the values will be stored into an array. Okay. So after this, it will ask for enter rows and columns of second matrix. So I will enter again 2 by 2. So as it is n and p are same, so it asks for the entering second matrix values. So enter second matrix values. So I will enter 3, 1 like this. The values will be entered always like this: 3, 1, 2, 1. So the result will be, right, 1 into 3 plus 2 into 2 and 1 into 1 plus 2 into 1, 3 into 3 plus 2 into 2, this and this. This is for M, this is for P. Okay. So, and 3 into 1 plus 2 into 1. So, my result will be 3 plus 4, 7, 1 plus 2, 3. This is 9 plus 4, 13, 3 plus 2, 5. So, my result will be, I have not given anything. So, directly it will print 7, 3, 13, 5. So, it's an end of matrix multiplication. So, hope you have understood the concept written for matrix multiplication as well as matrix addition. Okay, thank you.